everyone, welcome back to another episode of Patkai Bus. This is your host Terry Lee, and I'm excited to talk with Mr. Rukuzo D, Vadeo, who is a student in English Literature in Patkai Christian College. Rukuzo's world revolves around music, books, and creativity, whether it's strumming the guitar or singing. Let's dive into his world and know about his exciting life. For the first question, I would like you to introduce yourself and share a little about yourself in this college journey.
Hello everyone. Well, everything that's needed to be said, she has already introduced, but let me briefly introduce myself once again. Hello everyone, my name is Rukuzo D, a student of Patkai Christian College from the Department of English Literature. Like she said, I am someone who enjoys music a lot, whether it be the instruments or whatnot. Mm, I'll just give my introduction short since she has already mentioned it. But my journey in Patkai College, Christian College, has been quite amazing, I'd say. It had its ugly days, but it also had its wonderful days. So it's been quite a fruitful journey and a memorable one.
Okay, for my next question, if you had to describe the college in three words, what would they be?
Let's see. If I had to describe the college in three words, it would be unpredictable, opportunity, and stressful.
Would you like to define why it's stressful, unpredictable, and
Oh, sure, yeah. So unpredictable because you never know what hits you in college, whether it may be opportunities. So sometimes you're hit with bad days, sometimes you're hit with good days and whatnot. But I think, yeah, we cannot predict what tomorrow brings here in college, whether it may be in the class, with your conversation with friends and whatnot. Yeah, and stressful because, as students, we all go through so much stress of, trying to meet our deadlines of our assignments or just trying to get through life in college.
um? So for my next question for you is, how have extracurricular activities, clubs, or events shaped your college life?
So ever since I joined Patkai Christian College from the beginning of my first semester, I have gotten a lot of opportunity to work as a volunteer or to participate and whatnot in many co-curricular activities and events of the college. And yes, it has been quite stressful, and sometimes it was very draining, both mentally and physically. But the end result of it was the experience, the wisdom, the knowledge that I have gained from it has been amazing, and I've been able to implement those knowledge and those experience in my daily life. And I have seen great, amazing results because of these activities that were thrown my way. And I'm glad that I was able to take up the opportunity to be able to work in those kind of events.
Think now, I have a very interesting question for you. Uh, any funny or unforgettable incident with friends that you'd like to share?
Let me think. Which friend should I expose today? Mm, all right, I'll not mention the friend, but know how during exam times everything seems so fun, whether it may be your books or pens or whatever, everything is just so distracting. So during our exams, that was during our first semester, during our final exams, there's me and two of my roommates. So one of my roommates, he went out to the bathroom. So me and my other roommate, we took the effort to hide all his things. We took his bed sheet, we took his pillow, we even took his suitcase, we even took his table out of the room. So far, so he had only his bed left in the room. When he came back, he knew that it was us, but he didn't know that where we hid it or how we hid it. So for the next 2 to 3 hours, we spent helping him search the things that we hid. That was during the exam time, and the exam was tomorrow. So that was the night before. So that was around 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. at night. For around 10 to 1 p.m. we were like busy playing with each other. So that was a very unforgettable memory, I'd say.
So, did you like? Oh, I found your mattress, or you just like?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I knew I was the one who hid it, so he couldn't find it, and I was trying to play dumb. like, oh, I found your mattress. Here it is. No, must have been the seniors that hid it. So we were just joking around
So
there.
how long were you guys like playing that prank?
It was for quite a like I said, it was around from 3 hours to 4 hours. So it just went on that long.
So you guys weren't like studying or
We were studying, but we got distracted, so we just went with the flow.
okay. So my next question is, how has college life helped you grow personally and socially?
Let me think. Well, college life has made me grow in so many ways. Personally, you know, let me think. I came to survive through instant noodles, coffee, then losing my sleep and trying to find my classes 5 minutes before the exam starts. And socially, I was able to meet up talk with a lot of strangers, meet up with people who may have a little to none idea about what the topics may be, getting teamwork with those group activities, so we say. And, you know, um, mm, right, I'm joking about that, but if I'm being honest about what college has really personally and socially helped me develop is that, it made me realize a lot of things. Personally, I've grown to be more, uh, I've, the humility, I've discovered humility, self-discovery, and the importance of perseverance in the college life, and how it is essential to go through these struggles, that it can shape your character in many ways. It can help you see yourself in a deeper manner, a deeper self-reflection, or one should say, where these adversities push you out of your comfort zone, and mm, it pushes you out of your comfort zone, catalyzing your personal growth as well.
Okay. So my next question for you is, were there moments of failure or struggle that taught you valuable lessons?
Yes, indeed. Even from the beginning of my first semester, I've had a lot of ups and downs. I was hit with a lot of disappointments, and I had those days where I hit rock bottom, and I felt so hopeless. But I learned to pick myself up. I've learned that resilience in getting back up on your knees. Though college life, it is indeed stressful. It is indeed very hard for any college. And when I say this, I think I speak on behalf of all the college students, that it is very stressful. It can drain you mentally, physically. Sometimes you want to be isolated from this social activities, even among your friends. You just want to have your quiet time, your alone time. Yeah. Yes, indeed. But I think it is essential for one's own, like I mentioned, it is very essential for one's personal growth, for someone to go through these kind of struggles, to go through that transformation, to find your weaknesses, to find your strength, and to find your interest.
This is the last question for today, and it's like a reflection, advice, and the question is, how do you think college life prepares students for life beyond books and grades?
That is a great question. Give me a moment. Let me think. Well, I think that college life, like you said, it's more to do with just books and textbooks. It's more than just memorizing textbooks. It's more than just finishing your assignment and whatnot. College has so much more to offer. It teaches you the essential skills that you need in your daily life. For example, managing your time, trying to binge watch a series while trying to finish a 20 mark project that is due tomorrow, and somehow we were able to manage to do that. It's amazing what we're capable of. And mastering the mystical art of budgeting. This 10 rupees instant noodles becomes your best friend in tough days. Yeah? And let me think. I think that even emotionally, we are able to grow a lot in college life. We go through stress, breakups, and the constant, or the occurrence of existential crisis that we go through, like what I'm going to do with my life, what am I doing, that kind of things. We through all this shape us emotionally as well. And let's not forget the practical, learning how to survive with coffee, with sheer willpower, and trying to this is for the hostelers who know about this, trying to learn how to cook in that small pot of boiler, trying to cook different things. Everyone becomes Gordon Ramsay, in their own world. Yeah, I think college life teaches you about adulting, um, with a bit of humor and grace, and sometimes an amazing amount of procrastination. No, but ultimately, I think that college life teaches you. It's like a playground for adults. This is where the transitioning phase happens. This is where you learn how to manage your time. Where you make friends, how to make different kinds of friends. Here you make different kinds of friends as well. Like, who won't judge you for the midnight snack? Your tasty midnight snack. They will say, "Oh, I see." They just leave it at that. But yeah, here is where you grow. You have the transition. You have those eye-opening moments. Here is where and then these things will not be taught to you in textbooks. These are things which are not taught. These are things which you cannot memorize through textbooks. Of course, you can master the art of writing an essay, or you can solve complex equations and whatnot. But college teaches you more than just that. It teaches you the way of life, how to deal with the world outside, how to face with the world with confidence and a smile wherever you go, because the world outside there is cruel. Let's be honest, we all know that. And here in college life, I think it's amazing. It feels like almost like a dreamland here in college. Everything is just smooth, everything goes. You feel like you're having happy days, you have friends to comfort you, but out there, the world out there is a very rough world, and sometimes you'll be left alone. Sometimes you have to push through by yourself. So I think that outside of books and everything, college teaches you how to overcome those challenges, overcome those problems, so that you can tackle anything in life. That you can become a successful person. That though books may not be everything, that though you may not be able to success in get find your journey, find your passion in books and your education, but the skills that is taught to you in college, those skills can help you grow into someone. You can become you can find your dream job, or maybe you can earn through it. That kind of things the college teaches you.
Okay, thank you so much. That will be for today. Mr. Rukuzo, do you have anything to add up or speak to the viewers?
Let me think. Not to add. I think this is just a little advice that I always tell people, and I try my best to follow it. I think we should be kinder to people. We should be more forgiving. The world out there is very cruel. We never know what a person is going through, especially those in colleges. Everyone goes through struggles. Everyone goes through unseen problems which they cannot tell people. So a little smile, a good morning greet, or a good evening, or a good night greet can really help brighten someone's mood. I feel like the world needs more kindness. The world needs more forgiving, and the world needs more love. So I'd say that never stop forgiving others, never stop loving others, and yeah, don't skip your classes.
Okay, so it was such a pleasure having you here. I wish you success in your future endeavors and all the best for any upcoming, we also have events in the college campus and stuff. So, all the best for your
All right,
life,
thank you.
and I wish you happiness.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, everyone. This was your host, Terry Arkitan, signing off with camera person Sharon.